Yeah, hi guys. Good afternoon. This is Sivanaga, your ETL testing trainer. Okay, guys, let's get started then. Yeah. So I have almost 15 years of experience in ETL, and which I have played different roles: developer, tester, ETL administrator, then data architect, and then HANA modeler, ETL modeler, and testing lead, ETL testing lead, data lead. So, so these are different kinds of roles which I have worked on different MNC companies. So I started teaching since 2010 when I was in Hyderabad. I usually teach online. Then once I reached to Pune, I started teaching offline classes with Radical Technologies. So at the time of COVID, we again moved to online. And yeah, I'm just continuing with the online trainings for the ETL testing and ETL development. So this is how my experience is. Almost 13 years of experience in teaching and 15 years of experience in IT. So most of the time, I would share the list of real-time activities which I had performed in the in the projects. I will share one of the basic project to you so that you can explain the interview, and I'll give you the explanation for the project, how to manage the project in your interview level. So I'll make sure your resume preparation. So post completion of the course or before end of the course, you can draft your resumes. I will share some of the sample resumes so that you can apply your experience, so that I can draft that and I can modify that and I can share with the respective uh, concerned people. Yeah, with respect to the resume. All right. So this is how my experience, and then the course agenda is. I hope you already received it. Still, yes, some of them are not mentioned, which are real-time activities. I will share with those things, at the time of classes. So you would be getting recording sessions, and you will be getting all these things. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so anything which you want to discuss before going to the demo? But I would like to know what is your experience. What's your expectation from this course? Just let me know. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen. Let me start with the introduction.
Okay.
ETL testing demo. So I'll continue with the paint here. If you have any questions, I'll share the PPT, but I would prefer the paint, explanation. Yeah. So what is ETL? Before ETL, what is the prerequisite to learn ETL? Anybody can learn ETL testing. It's a very simple tool where you perform most of the time, UI level, user interface, extract, transform, and loading, which stands for ETL. So there is ELT also, extract, load, and transform. As part of testing, ETL and ELT, we almost do the same testing. There's no much difference between ETL and ELT testing. Okay, because we want to verify the data. Yeah. So there are tools. ETL has different tools. Out of them, Informatica, DataStage, and then SSIS, and then Talent, Pentaho, open sources. So lot many ETL tools are there. ELT, Ab Initio, and Azure Data Factory, load and transform. So there are ELT tools. What is the prerequisite to learn ETL testing? The prerequisite is you must have basic SQL knowledge. Why would we need basic SQL? Can't we learn without the basic SQL? We can learn, but the thing is, most of the time we work on SQL statements where you want to fix the issue or doing the issues, understanding the data. So you need to write most of the time SQL queries. If you don't know or if you are not aware of the SQL statements, that would be difficult for the ETL testing. So my suggestion is go with the basic SQL. Then how much you learn? You don't need to go with the very complex packages or stories, not like that. Just simply go with the basic SQLs. Joins, SQL statements, create table statements, and union, minus queries. So all these very basic things, because we walk through all these queries again and again, most of the time to find the actual data issues. We found, definitely, we are trying to find some of the data issues in the ETL. So why would we do this ETL testing? There is a concept, very simple concept. You have data in somewhere in the location. I can say it's a database, file. So ETL developer build the data connection. They connect. They build the connection and load into the some database with required format. Okay, this is database of some format. Then this data we need to verify whether it is reaching to the client expectation. Okay, but how would we know that whether the client expectations are there or not? Yeah, we have technical design document which are contains your rules or business requirement. Means for this particular data, they want to see some other way. For example, one second, guys. One second. Let me just a minute. Let's continue. Okay. So you're able to see the screen? Shabaz, hello? Okay. So we have the data here. For example, there's a data called Mr. Radical. Okay. And they want to see data like this. Okay. This is called standardization. Whether this data is modifying by ETL guys or not, we will test it. We execute the jobs and we test the data. Okay. That's what the requirement for basic SQL code is. Okay. Is it clear? So standardization, and suppose your data is looking like this. And it should be like this. Output should be. So means there are some special characters. Yeah. And there is uppercase, lowercase. And these are the data cleansing. Yeah. So what exactly we do? We verify the data cleansing, standardization, okay, and data validation. So all these things we perform in the ETL testing. Clear? Why would we do ETL testing? So these tools are UI tools. So nothing to worry about whether you need to write a program or not. Not to write anything. You just need to work on the tools. So we have different client tools. I'll let you know whenever we go with the topics. So to install to get the landscape, you must have 8 GB RAM. Okay, you must have 8 GB RAM in your laptop with Windows 10 or 11, and most of the time you must have a 50 GB HDD. Okay, so all these things you require to get the software in your personal laptop. Without this, you cannot continue with the ETL testing practically. So any questions so far?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, my PC have only 6 GB RAM. So can we download the older version of?
We can have 6 GB RAM, and you need to install 10.2 version. So 10.4, we need 8 GB RAM. So not that much difference there, but yeah, if you want to have latest one, you need to upgrade your RAM.
Okay. We can download 10.2 now? Okay, okay. 10.3.
Okay.
Sir, that software is free or cost?
No, it's free. Free. It's there is no purchase cost there. We have limited version actually, not with the uh, grid level license or high performance availability. So standard license we have.
Okay, okay. From where we have to download that software? Website which?
I'll share the things. Yeah. So we have Oracle e-delivery.
Okay, okay.
And we need that software available. Then I'll share the documents and other videos also to install the Informatica. You can connect me whenever you require my assistance. So we'll go with the AnyDesk app, so that I can take control and install the software, or I'll guide you how to install it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So for me, it's already there. So let me show you that these are the tools. So to install these tools, yeah, we have the software, and we need to install server also, database also. So everything we need to install: database, Informatica server, and Informatica client tools. So we require to install all this. Then we start working on the ETL testing. So here, post development. So your development is completed. I already have that development scenarios. Post development completed, we are going to work on the data cleansing, data validation, whether properly made it available by developer. So that's for the testing. So this development part we don't do, but yeah, I will guide you, how to do these things. What are the basic steps, done by developers. So I will give you those, ideas, how to get it done by the developer. But you don't need to worry about development. Of course, development is also no coding only. But yeah, we focus on the testing where the post development happens. It is again a manual testing only, but it is a data validation testing. So we don't have a tool to do the automation testing for the ETL point of view, because it's the data testing. Even SAP ERP testing also, you have manual testing only. Okay. So any questions you would like to discuss?
No, sir.
And make sure you are completing the project also, project testing. So I will share the POC, which is a POC is actually proof of concept, which is a mini project. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do this. And yeah, resume, I told you, right? This resume preparation, I will share that. And most of the time you work on the practical experience. So we go with the live examples and the development done by the people which I had worked on development. So those things, we will work on the testing. Practicals with the practical scenarios, all these things, we perform. So do not ever forget that. Most of the time we work on the practical things. I will share the assignments every week. Yeah. So that we can start working on the practicals. Okay. And the documents point of view, we have soft copies. I will share this, documents, each and everything, so that you can start reading those documents. Yeah. So we start with data warehousing concepts, and we move forward with the ETL testing, architecture of Informatica, and other ETL tools. Most of the time, we work on ETL only in Informatica only here. So we'll start with that particular project with the scenarios. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So that's all from my side. If you have any questions, you can connect me, or you can reach me over the group call or conference call through Radical. So we can discuss any questions on that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for your time. Then yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.